Hey everyone, Alyse here from TGG Gaming. I just got top 8 at yesterday's Minneapolis regional with the good old reliable best deck Despia. Deck is pretty good, obviously. I don't know if it's guaranteed best deck, but deck is very nice. And been playing it at the last 2 regionals I've been to, and unfortunately I've been bubbling all of those, but it was finally nice to get the top, even though it was 5th place in our deck box. But you know, can't complain too much. Still got the top and got it in the home turf, so can't complain one bit. Yeah, I don't know. It just, these regionals have just been good testing grounds for me to try different card choices, and that's also what this was. So, you know, that's exactly what we did. So, got some experimental card choices that we'll go over once we get into the profile. But before we get into the profile, I just want to do my shout outs, get those out of the way right now. First shout out goes to the sponsor, Affinity Accessories. Use code Affinity5 for 5% off your entire purchase on some of the already cheapest cloth payments on the market. Like, you can get nice designs like this. They're already very high quality anyways. And they're going to be releasing a new matte material that's reminiscent of the V1 Spellgrounds. So definitely worth checking those out. They got a lot of awesome designs releasing every week, so definitely worth just keeping an eye on and checking that out. And next shout out goes to my lovely girlfriend and camerawoman, Brooke. She's always the best support, and you know, we played the same list yesterday, 1 card off, and she went 0-2 drop, so that's kind of cool. I'm kidding, I love you, babe. Don't hurt me. And shout out to Lundrady, who's been helping me with home. Thanks, babes. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Anyway, shout out to Lund for just helping me with all the theory and whatnot for the last little while with this deck. There's definitely a lot to explore and think about, so definitely appreciate him helping me out with that. Shout out to Lang and Kyle for always like helping me theory and test and lending me cards and just being amazing support as always. And shout out to Justin saying he didn't do anything, but it's now tradition for me to always shout out Justin saying for nothing, so that's apparently what I have to do. And also, obviously, shout out to TGG Gaming, best local in Minnesota. If you plan on being either in Wisconsin on the 28th of this month or South Dakota on the 6th of June, there are going to be regionals on both those days. They'll be hosted by TGG Gaming, and it'll be a lot of fun, so definitely appreciate seeing you guys at those regionals. For those of you who went to Wisconsin before, there's going to be a lot more room now. We were able to situate getting more rooms, so anyone who got turned away at the last one would really appreciate it if you guys show up again. It'd be really awesome to see you guys. We also do a pre-reg for it if you check out the website in the description. But yeah, let's just get into the deck profile. So we got 3 Aliber, 3 Tragedy, 1 Adlib, 1 Dramaturge. This is pretty standard. Also, I'm playing the Allure, so like you want to play the 3 Tragedy. There's a world of thought where I could honestly see wanting to play the 2nd Adlib, but I don't think it's, you know, consistent or optimal, so unfortunately can't. But that is it for the Despia monsters. For the Albaz monsters, we got the 3 Albaz and the 1 Albion. I don't play, obviously, Mercurier, Kit, or Ecclesia. I genuinely do not think any of those cards are necessary, and I think they actually make your deck like watered down in a way, because my like thought process is like, I know there's like the pack list running around where you play the 3 Mercurier with the Allure, and while it gets you to like the Sword engine, or you could get Kit if really necessary, I just don't think like, because then you have to play Sword, and then like Kit is essentially like a neg 1 in a way. It like just doesn't feel like it's really as optimal as it could be, so I just don't think any of those cards are necessary. And like the negate from Mercurier doesn't really feel like it's good, because if I'm getting to the point where I'm searching Mercurier, I should be setting up my board enough to where I'm not worried about having it, and I should be able to crack anything anyways. Apparently there's a Mercurier here now, but yeah, I just don't think any of those cards are necessary. And like Ecclesia, just, it's nice, but again, it's just more deck space that I could just devote to other things, and just didn't feel like it was necessary. And these all just felt fine. I think 3 Albaz is insane. And then for this, we got the 3 Edgem Chain. I think I really like 3 Chain just because you have like Super Poly, you have Lubellion, you just have enough discard outlets where like I think this is genuinely fine to play at 3, and I'd rather play 3 of this than I would play 3 of the Patchwork, so I definitely felt nice with these. And then got the 1 Snow as my light target. I think Snow's insane. Why is this card unbanned? don't get it. And 3 Ash. This is just what I chose for like my only hand trap in the deck. I just wanted something that was generic and good. This hits everything, and obviously it's insane for the Despia mirror. So like my main deck is built a little bit more for the mirror, and I can just side for the other matchups. And I think like just Ash also just covers the other matchups the best to also help cover the Despia matchup. So that's fine. That's it for all the monsters. For spells, got 3 Brain Infusion, 3 Opening, 2 Brain in red, the 1 Lost, 1 Theater, and the 1 Banishment, my only trap card in the deck. So all these cards are standard. I think Theater is really good if like, well, both of these cards are really good if mirrors exists. Like, I like this card a lot for like helping to clear boards and stuff. It's just another super poly and also a pseudo Brain in red, so I think it's really cool. But neither of these came up super heavily this weekend. Like, I think I would still be down to keep playing this card. Theater is the only one I'd be iffy on, but I think they were both fine. Don't have any complaints. Really, it's just didn't come up as much as it could have, but that's whatever. And play the 2 Patchwork and the 2 Poly. Didn't feel like I ever needed the 3rd Patchwork, because like you only play 2 Poly, and like there's a world of thought where I'd want to play 3 Poly, but I also wouldn't increase Patchwork, because like I think Poly is like better on its own than like opening like Chain, obviously. But I don't know, like I just never see myself wanting the 3rd, because why would I just want a dead card? Even though like I can increase my chances of seeing this, it just doesn't feel like it does what I want it to, so it was fine. And then play 3 Allure. Consistency is nice. I'm not playing Mercurier just so I can play this card. So I think just having Allure with no Mercurier is still insane. You just want consistency. And then 3 Super Poly. There was a time where we thought we could cut this card, but I don't think we can anymore, so oops. And 3 Droplet. Best going second card right now, so gotta play it. And 1 Called By, and the 1 Change of Heart is my last cards in the deck. I've only activated this like 2 or 3 times. I genuinely think I could cut it. I just figured I need to see how it exists right now, and it just didn't feel necessary, at least in the main deck, maybe in the side deck, but like, I don't know, Despia is really weird with playing Change of Heart. I feel like you can play around it a lot easier than you'd like, so, and then other matchups, like, it's fine, but I mean, it's a discard you can do, I guess, sometimes. But that's the main deck, 45 cards. I like it at that amount, especially with the Allures and like how many other consistency engines you fit in. I think it evens out, so I don't have any problems with it. For the extra deck, got the 2 Mirror Jade, 2 Lubellion, 3 Albion, 1 Titaniclad, and then I guess this is kind of basically one of these guys. The 2 Chimera. So I think these are all standard. I really like 3 Albion. It always comes up. I think it's genuinely good. The Titaniclad, since I'm not playing Kit or Mercurier, I didn't need to play either of those other cards, so Titaniclad just felt like the next best thing, especially with like Ignister running around. This can help you beat Ignister, and like it just overall, I think card is nice, and like just having another thing to send besides Albion is really cool to do, and this is standard. And yeah, Titaniclad did come up a few times, so definitely was happy with it. Then for the Despia fusions, got the 2 Masquerade, 1 Quarterus, and the 1 Proskinian. This card comes up enough, so I think it's still worth playing. Then the last card is obviously Dragostapelia. Yeah, this is standard. There wasn't any other like super poly targets I wish I could have. Like, the only way I'd want another super poly target if it was something good for Sword Soul, which like that can get iffy, so it's like whatever. But for the side deck, got 3 Droll and 3 Nib. Shout out to my girlfriend Brooke for letting me use these for the deck profile. She said I need to have a max ready side deck, but not a max ready main deck, so oops. But Nib, I really liked in general. Before Dimension Force came out, I actually was playing Token Collector instead of this, but especially with the ban list and the meta shift I think that can happen with Dimension Force with like Therians and other things like the plant deck being viable, I feel like Droll just has enough applications against everything to where I'd rather have this than Token Collector, and I feel like the matchup with Sword Soul is okay enough to where I'm okay with only putting in Nib for them, so I'm okay not like completely overdoing it and just, you know, just being fine with just Nibs. So I like this And I got the one Banshee and the one Zombie World, fuck Flunder, 3 Twin, and the Reboot for all the back row decks, and you know, put in Reboot against almost everything because of this next card, which is super scary and should be in almost every side deck because D-Barrier is really good. So yeah, that is the deck profile. Hope you guys all enjoyed. We'll be having more content for you guys soon, so make sure you guys stay tuned, and make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Caw-caw. What the fuck?